Picture yourself standing in the middle of a packed train station. The noise of the crowd is constant, and people are brushing past you, yet you feel entirely cut off from the momentum of the room. You might be nodding at the right moments in a conversation or smiling at a colleague, but behind those social cues, there is a persistent sense that you are operating on a completely different frequency than the people standing right in front of you. It seems like a mathematical error. If loneliness were simply a lack of people, then a crowded room should provide an immediate solution. Instead, many find that increasing the number of bodies in a space only heightens the internal sense of isolation. Loneliness functions as a measurement of emotional visibility. It is the distance between your internal reality and the version of you that the world is allowed to see. This visualization highlights the difference. On the left, we see physical proximity, individuals separated by inches, yet functionally isolated because no information is passing between them. On the right, we see a meaningful link. One provides a location, the other provides a connection. When we try to cure this feeling by seeking out more crowds, we are using the wrong tool for the job. Standing in a group without being understood is like trying to quench your thirst by standing in a rainstorm with your mouth closed. To understand why this happens, we have to look at the mechanics of our daily interactions. There is a structural difference between a simple exchange of information and a genuine emotional connection. Two people can spend hours discussing logistics, news, or work, exchanging thousands of words, without ever revealing a single piece of actual emotional vulnerability. This chart tracks our modern social habits. The sheer volume of pings provides constant data, but lacks the substance of a vulnerable exchange. This fractured attention prevents the brain from mapping another person's emotional state, a slow process requiring cognitive empathy. The tech is optimized for speed, which effectively crowds out the time needed for empathy. We have built a communication system that is highly efficient for transferring data, but structurally ill-suited for establishing the depth required to make us feel seen. This disconnect doesn't just affect our friendships. Maintaining a surface-level persona for the world creates an internal fracture. There is a heavy energy cost to social curation. When we spend energy presenting a version of ourselves designed to be agreeable rather than authentic, we end up feeling like an observer of our own lives. Eventually, the mask we show the world begins to feel more real than the person behind it. As these cracks grow, we start to lose the ability to distinguish between our curated performance and our actual identity. The ultimate risk of crowded loneliness is that we eventually become strangers to ourselves. Feeling isolated in a crowd is not a character flaw or a sign of social incompetence. Biologically, this feeling is an evolutionary alarm. It is a biological signal with the same purpose as physical hunger or thirst. Just as the sharp pain of a burn tells you to move your hand away from a hot flame, the discomfort of loneliness tells you that your current social environment is not providing the connection your brain requires to thrive. The alarm is a call to change our approach. It suggests that we should stop prioritizing the quantity of our interactions and start looking for opportunities to be vulnerable. If you feel a sense of isolation while surrounded by people, it means your internal sensors are working. They are identifying a lack of depth in your environment and pushing you to find something more substantial. Loneliness is your mind's way of asking for a real connection. Subscribe for more videos that explore the mechanics of our emotional lives and how to understand the signals our bodies send us.